like, look. I got them racks, I got them racks, I got them racks, I got them racks, I got them racks. Is that what they need? Is that what they made? Is that what they made? Yeah, look, I got them racks, I got them racks, I got them racks, I got them racks. Is that what they made? Yeah, you know it. Yeah, they know it. I got money, and it's showing.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Ills Podcast in Long Island, the Spinner Podcast. I got JussTheLoyal here, but before we get started, I got a few things to say. Check out my Isles Greg podcast I did maybe a week and a half ago or so, and then check out my reaction video we did to Dr. Phil. It's something new we were trying out. If you like it, there were some technical problems with it, but I still think it came out pretty funny. Behind the camera, Alex PTSY. Check out his podcast number 19, Great Hempstead Stories, one of my favorite podcasts to date. Check out my playlist videos. I'm starting them back up again this week. 25 underground artists, 25 songs, and I put them all weekly on Spinner Media. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit me up on Instagram, SKBENITG. Check out my audio podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. Fuck American Airlines. Check out Cobra Collective. Check out Cobra Collective. On Instagram, we're doing edits. We're doing music shout-outs. We're doing what else we fucking doing? Photos, all types of good shit on there. And check out my second channel, Spinner Tracks. I'm putting up some random songs on there. Now introducing my guest, JussTheLoyal.
Yes, sir.
He's coming off last year's Captivate tape.
Facts.
He's coming off the collab tape this year, I'm Dead on the West Side.
Yes.
And then a single, Off the Block, that came out earlier this year. He was in my 50 Best Long Island Rappers list, and for good reason. And you got a new song coming out this Black Friday. Black Friday is a holiday. Not because you're going to go shopping, not because of that, but because JussTheLoyal is fucking going to be putting out a great song. That's why. Anyways, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. I'm chilling. Regular Saturday. You feel me?
Yeah.
Just happy to be here.
I know.
You feel me?
For sure. So tell me about where are you from? Tell me about your upbringing and shit.
Well, I actually grew up right here in Uniondale.
Wow. So we got a Uniondale zone. Spinner Media is based in Uniondale.
Yep.
So we got a Uniondale guy. We haven't had many, but yeah. Okay.
Facts. Now, I grew up in Uniondale. Uniondale was pretty, when I was young, Uniondale was a little wild, but it was just switching up. Okay. It was my older brother's era, so it was kind of wild over here.
Really? But okay.
I had a calm upbringing, you feel me? It wasn't nothing too spicy. I just seen the ending of everything, but it was pretty cool. You know what I mean? I just got to do a lot. And our town, everybody it's kind of small, but then yet big. So it's everybody's cool with each other to a certain extent. Right. So it's pretty cool. It was calm over here. Yeah. School was good for you, my man? Or yeah, school was good. School was good.
Really?
But school was it was school.
Yeah. Nah, for real. What did you do in school?
Well,
were you a sports guy, or were you you just chilled? Did you go and fucking play the recorder? Did you what did you do?
Yo, I can't lie. I always wanted to play the recorder.
You did?
Yeah, until I actually played the recorder. I was like, yo, what is this? But I played the baritone horn. Okay. That's also called the euphonium.
It's big, right?
Yeah, it looks like a tuba. It looks like a tuba. So people used to be like, yo, why you got a small tuba? It looks like it, but it's smaller. But it plays the same notes and stuff as the trombone. Oh, so okay. I was in that section. Oh, wow. But I did that. I started out playing alto sax, but that's before I did the baritone. Okay. And I learned piano. And then, okay. I wrestled.
You wrestled? Yeah,
okay.
Wrestled, yeah. Cool. How was wrestling? Because I've been seeing, it's kind of crazy you mentioned that because, amateur, we're talking amateur wrestling, type of thing, getting on the mat shit, Olympic style shit. Yeah, I was watching this clip, and it was this transgender boy. It was a girl who became a boy who was shooting up testosterone. Yeah. And they wouldn't let this kid compete with the men in high school. So it was pretty much a man who was going against women. Yeah. And he won 2 straight titles.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Wait, where at?
It was in Texas.
Okay.
This is in Texas.
I can't lie. That sounds like something that happens, you know what I mean? So far away from here. But I can't lie. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I feel like everybody should be able to wrestle. You know what I mean? No matter what. Because when I was in high school, I remember one of my friends, funny as shit. They had to make him wrestle a girl. Okay. It was one of the smaller weight classes. Wow. So he's over here nah, I'm not wrestling a girl. I'm good. And then he had to do it. So the only thing in his head is like, should I let her win?
Right.
Or should I really pin this girl on the mat and get this win? So I forgot what happened though, but like that was just like the funniest moment, like one of the funniest moments in wrestling. Like, yeah, I was just like, yo, damn, I mean, I'm a bigger dude, so yeah, most of the bigger girls is not going to be in the wrestling event. No, so I had to do nothing like that.
Right.
That was just different. Like, okay.
What'd you like about wrestling? How many years did you do it? Did you do all 4 years, or how long did you do it for?
I did it for 3 years. 3 years. But like my whole thing about it was like most of my friends was doing it, and I had 2 friends that were like, well, one of my friends, his older brother was an All-American.
Wow.
From Uniondale, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So and he had just graduated. So I'm like chilling with him all the time, and it's like my circle of friends. So he's like pressuring me into it, like, yo, it's a good thing, like it'll bring you into a man, like turn you into a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And it helped me lose weight because I had asthma as a kid. So and I'm also a bigger dude, so it helped me breathe in and stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. And at first I was like, hell no.
Really, you got there, you're like, fuck no.
But then I stuck with it because I'm the type of dude like I don't want to quit. I want to actually get good. Cause I know I could somewhat get good. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, let me stay in there. But I stayed for 3 years. That was 10th to 12th. And
oh wow, okay, so you finished it out. You graduated out doing it. Yeah, cool, man.
So like my senior year was I can't lie. My senior year didn't go as expected. I was a starter. I was a starter.
Really? At your weight class, you were the starter. Wow,
yeah,
nice.
That was the weight class, so I was in between it, like around like 260, 250. So like I was heavier when I was in high school. So like they had me wrestling like the biggest dudes, like they were like 6'4", jacked, or like some of them like big sloppy, but like 6'4".
Right.
And me, I'm at the time I'm like just scratching like 5'10".
Yeah.
I wasn't like I'm my doctor likes to say I'm 6 foot, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say he lying, but I'm a rocker. I was like 5'10", probably like 5'9".
Right, bro.
Fighting these big dudes,
yeah,
like,
dude,
Big Show.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like,
Big Show.
I'm like, nah. I mean, I was fighting them and shit, like trying to slam them, but like it wasn't.
It's crazy, yeah.
That was different.
Wow. So what's like the one lesson that you took out of wrestling? You're the first wrestler I think we've had here.
For real?
I think, unless like Tef did it or something like that.
I think I look. Think Tef tried it for like a couple of days. I think he did, like, but before me. I think he said he tried it for a couple of days and it was just too intense because Uniondale has like the most intense wrestling program. Okay. But you said what was the lesson? The
lesson, yeah. Like what do you take out from life?
Just to never give up.
Never give up.
Like I play basketball now, and I got better at basketball. Or for the simple fact that like in wrestling they teach you to how to control your breathing in intense moments.
Okay.
So like you feeling like you over here dizzy, breathing really hard. You know you feeling like lightheaded, but in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. That's literally one thing that I always follow. I always follow that. On the basketball court, doing that. Yeah. Or if I'm just, running, taking a jog, whatever, I'm feeling crazy, I'm doing that. But like, it's just to never give up, and that applies to everything.
Gotcha.
To be honest with you.
Okay. Wow, that's good. So you've even taken those same ideas and you put it into your music, pretty much. So I guess let's talk about your music. When did you start having an interest in music? Was it right away when you were a little kid? You were like, man, I wanted to make music, or was it you were doing the instruments and all? So how was your connection with music?
My connection was pretty much just from my family. I mean, my father loves house music.
House music? Yeah. EDM.
It's not. It's kind of like it, but it's more of like a smooth vibe. Every time I say it to somebody, they be like, "What exactly is house music?" But like, I can't really explain it.
Okay.
I don't know. Like he's big on it, and it's a smooth genre because it's not really words used in it. It's a lot of instrumentals, so it's smooth. The type of stuff he listens to, but he also listens to like rap and stuff like that. But my dad's like all around jazz, all of that, and then my older brother is one that street shit. Like
really,
he put me on the Max B, Jada, Styles P, like, all of that street shit. Like, that's what I was listening to. So when I was a little kid, I was just listening to like Atlanta stuff, like Soulja Boy, D4 Boys, and all of that shit. So like, check that Laffy Taffy and shit like that. All of that. All of that Atlanta shit.
That's a bad song. I'm gonna be honest with you, that's not a good song. That hasn't aged well.
Yeah, it didn't. But I can't lie. I came across it the other day, and I was like, yo, I don't really was listening to this in my room, like sitting there listening to this, having fun. But I mean, it was a dope song at the time, so But I put 2 and 2 together, so that's how I'm here now.
Yeah, okay, because that makes sense. Now, when you were little, were you listening off the radio? Like, what were you listening off of?
I was listening to everybody was listening to.
Like you were doing
live wire.
Oh, okay, so it's like an MP3 player or something.
Yeah, I was a live wire. I had a computer because I mean, like, my grandmother believed that I should have a computer when I was younger because, you know, they were just being, like, what is it, like, modernized?
Oh, okay, because it's changing with the times. They want to get you prepared for that. Yeah,
she was like, get a computer. I had AOL for kids or whatever.
Oh,
I was on the computer. I always used to just go on the computer and download music or whatever. You had to get the parental controls and shit, but, like, I was on LimeWire heavy. My brother put me onto that. That shit destroyed my computer, though. Yeah,
for sure. All those, like, illegally downloaded shit. Yeah. That was after Napster, though. It's just, like, you're, like, kind of around my age, so, yeah.
Yeah, it was, like, let's just switch it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had Napster.
You did?
I didn't have a membership.
Okay.
So I think you needed a membership or some shit. Or I think you had to, like...
Okay.
I feel like you had to, like, or buy the songs, I think, just in general.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, because you were talking about the house music. That makes sense. When you listen to your own music, like, I know it's not house music, but it's instrumentally driven, I would say. Very instrumentally driven. Like, if you're watching... anything, if you want put his music on the background of, like, any get-together, any, like, if you're just trying to vibe out, like, this guy's perfect because you're not going to have to get in and you're not going to have to, what was the thing? Your mind's not going to go out. You're not going to be, like, thinking so hard, like, oh, man, these lyrical, spiritual people, man. Oh, I got to listen to every single word and every single detail, da-da-da-da. His is, like, huge on replay value. You could play that over and over and over again. And honestly, I played Captivate couple times, like, you know, through, and it does sound different kind of every time. A little bit, like, you notice different sounds and it flows nice, like, from song to song to song. So when did you, like, start rapping? Rapping, making music. When did you actually take that step and become an artist?
Okay, now I could say, like, when I was about 19. I say 19.
19. Okay.
That's when it became serious. Like,
okay.
Because, like, I'm out of high school, and then I feel like I've made connections with all my bros and whole gang squad. Like, that was around the time. Like, I made those connections. So, like, it was just appropriate. So, like, I just started seeing better light. Like, you know, like, we can actually do this. So that's when I was like, all right, let me take it serious.
Right.
And it wasn't even like that wasn't even the main step because then we had to put the pieces together. Like, I had to actually find the sound that I wanted to go with. So, you know, like. Around that time frame, like 19, 20, somewhere around there, yeah. So I'm 23 now.
Okay, so about 4 years you've been doing this? Okay. So when you were the early JussTheLoyal, how does it sound like? What was your ideas going into it? I'm guessing it was a lot different. And it was a learning curve, I'm guessing?
Yeah, it was a learning curve, and, like, it was a great moment in my career. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's a short career right now, like, it just started, but it was a good moment. Okay. I feel like a lot of people would like to, like, compare back to that. Like, yo, I remember you did, because my first tape, like, that was my goal. I was like, all right, I'm gonna start rapping. Yeah. I'm gonna make a tape. Yeah. I'm gonna give people a mixtape. You know what I mean? And I'll have a good name. The first one, so I was like, all right, Just in Time. That was the first one.
Just in Time. Yeah, okay.
My name was Justin. So.
Okay, so it was just like a play on your name. That was all it was. Okay.
Yeah, like my first rap name was Just Dash In.
Just as in.
Just in. Like, just like that. I was like, all right, I'm gonna name myself that because I remember I think it was like my brother and his now that's his fiance. Okay. They was like, yo, you should name yourself this, da da da. I'm like, you know, it's kind of cool, whatever. Kind of cool, ain't kind of cool. So I was like, all right. Yeah. I had that for like I think a year or like half a year, and then me and Omula was sitting in the studio. I was like, yo, should I change it? Yeah. And I think I was dropping my song called No Ad-Libs. I was like, let me change the name. I was like, JussTheLoyal. That was my brother's group, The Loyals.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
So I was like, all right, boom, that's my new name. Okay. You know what I mean? But I wanted to be Just one day.
Just, okay. Just Just.
Yeah, just Just. I just wanted to be Just. I mean, you're still going to know JussTheLoyal, right? Loyals, but I wanted to just come up as Just.
Just short
somebody just stole
Just?
Instagram name, yeah.
Oh, that's fucked. Is it an artist too, or is it somebody who's like?
It's an artist.
It is an artist.
And I ain't hear no music from him.
Okay.
But like before it was like a, you know, they have the fake accounts or whatever,
Yeah.
the gray picture. They're like, you know, it just says no posts, no followers, whatever.
Right.
It said just like that for like 2 years.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep reporting this page. And nothing happened. And then one day, like I stopped looking for like half a year, you know, like 6 months. And I looked the other day, and it said somebody took it. I was like, how did you get it? And I was trying to get it.
Oh my God! Is this guy an industry plant, or is this guy just like a normal rapper?
I think he got to be an industry plant. Or
yeah.
I don't know where the hell he came from.
Is he verified?
Actually, is he? Nah, he's not verified.
Because I've never heard of this guy.
Yeah. But it just said Juss. I was like, all right, whatever.
Juss? Oh, man. I don't know. I will say this, though. If you do change the Juss, it does sound a lot like Russ. And I don't fuck with Russ. I don't fuck with Russ. Alex doesn't fuck with Russ. No, we don't fuck with Russ like that. I will say this, though. I will say this. Credit to him for being an artist-producer. That's tough. But it's just his attitude. It's an attitude. And the fact that he jumped my guy Smoke Perp. Well, he got his goons. He got his goons to jump Smoke Perp like 8-on-1. I don't respect that at all. You guys can't do that to my man like that. You know, he's one of my favorites, so you can't do that to him. So that's why it put me over the edge on him. Anyways, so when you got to Captivate, did you see like a step up in your music, or did you? How did that project come together for you?
Like that project, yeah, it was a step up because like. I feel like what I was saying, Just in Time was just more of like a conceptual project. It was my first project, so you know that one I was embodying every vibe that I like to, you know, dabble into. Yeah. So Captivate, me and Casa came together like, all right, let's give them something that's like experimental, but commercial sounding at the same time.
Gotcha.
So you hear songs like Do Your Dance, you hear songs like All Night. Push the Bass. Push the Bass is like a rage.
Push the Bass is fire.
Fuck with it?
That one is that one you can put a mosh pit too. Like that's cool. Like that's a very everything. I'm not even kidding. That's probably one of my favorite projects of all the artists I've interviewed. If you took all their projects, I'll probably be in the top 5. I'm not kidding. I really like that project. That's a vibe because again, it's cohesive. It makes everything just goes nicely together, and you can put that on anytime. Anytime. And I don't also think there's a flop song in there too. I think every song is strong, which is rare. You know, there's no song that you're like, oh, I gotta skip this. Yeah. With you listen to an artist, even your homies, you're probably like, God, this one, I don't know why this one came in.
Yeah, but it's just some songs just just there.
Just there, but I mean, this one, because it just fits. It's almost sometimes. I looked at it one time as the one big song almost, or like a mix. You go on SoundCloud, you see those like mixes. You can do that too. You can have that same idea with the tape. I love that one.
I can't lie. I appreciate that because like people don't really like. People told me like it's a good album. Listen to like from top to bottom. Yeah. Somebody even told me if I listen to it in reverse.
Okay,
that's something for you. If you listen to it in reverse, they said it could still rock that way. Like it could go from the last song to the first. You know.
Interesting. Okay.
Perfectly, but I feel like that album, like I said, was conceptual. So I didn't really like. It was literally like I was hyped to do it, but then I was like, yo, I don't know how people are gonna take this.
Yeah.
Because like before, I was just more boom bap.
Yeah. Okay.
Driven, like just that was like the first choice, a boom bap beat. So then when I got into Akaso, I was like, yo, this is what we doing. I need this. You know what I mean? So.
And that sound has kind of taken over the whole gang, whole squad. Yeah. Like that's when I see your promos for the group. That's always the kind of sound you're going for because although you and Moolah and Terbizi are all a little bit different, but it's still they still kind of there's an umbrella, I would say. There's an umbrella.
Yeah, so we're standing under one umbrella.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
We're not really like we're stepping out of it, but it's like, you know, picking tools.
For sure. So how was the collab project with Moolah and Turb? How'd that go for you, man?
Yo, that... See, I mean, I did 3 projects. That might have been the craziest one to make.
Okay.
Craziest, like, because we made that in 2 days.
2 days?
We made that in 2 days.
Wow. No sleep for 2 days, was it? Or was it?
Slept.
You even slept? Wow. Like, I know it wasn't as long. It was like, what, 7 songs or something like that? Or 8 songs?
Yeah, I think it was 7 or 8.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. But,
yeah.
I mean, like, I can't lie to you. 2 days.
2 days? 2 days. Wow. And where did you... So it says West Side. Did you make that in California? You did? Yeah, okay, cool. Facts. Okay, cool. So how was it? Did you guys know, okay, we're going to go to California, we're going to lock down and we're going to make a tape? Or was it like you got there and you're like, fuck it, we're going to make a tape?
Nah, every time I go to California, like it's usually like to pop out and like, you know, just hit the scene and just see what's out there.
Yeah.
Smoke good, all of that.
Yeah.
But this time when I went, I was just trying to change scenery. Like, I was just like, all right, I'm out. So I told my bros, and then Moolah, surprisingly, like, because he had just moved. So I was like, all right, maybe he's going to chill.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, we out. I'm coming from the A, and I'm flying to Cali. Turb was coming.
Okay.
All of my bros that's in the Loyals camp.
Okay.
They always already at the, but everybody grew up with each other, so
okay.
We already know each other, but everybody just had their own little cliques, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
we always out there. It was like a reunion. It was like 16 people in Cali. Yeah, like
all staying together, or
nah? Like one house had 9 of us. Then there was another house with 3 people. Then one of my friends had a brother out there that he was staying with.
Okay.
And then it was just like, you know what I mean? It was
it just came together. You can make it work, yeah.
And then Moolah brought the stool. Like, that was a last minute decision. Like, yo, I'm bringing my studio with me. I was like, all right, whatever. So then, as soon as we got there, got me some good dope.
Yeah.
And we was just locked in. Was locked in for 2 days. There was only one song that we didn't make out there. I'll be honest, I forgot about it.
There was one that was
Dapper Dan, yeah. Dapper Dan, that was a song that we did elsewhere. But every other song on there was 2 days.
Wow.
Just locked in. And it was more songs that we made, but those are the ones that, you know,
are going to be unreleased and no one will ever see the light of day.
I mean, you never know. You never
R.I.P.
know.
What do you think about unreleased songs? Because you'll have your favorite artists, and then you'll hear these snippets on Instagram now, especially with Instagram. It's like this whole thing has exploded, where they'll play a snippet and this thing never sees the light of day. It's so bad. I'm not gonna lie to you, like the whole unreleased shit. Like I don't even understand it. Yeah.
Like Playboy Cardi, I just seen a post and it said he has like 1,000 unreleased songs that was surfaced on SoundCloud. Like if you keep looking, you're gonna hear at least 1,000 unreleased songs from him.
Wow.
So I'm like, what are you gonna drop now?
Right. Because they're taking your whole library and they're just gutting it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like how are you getting stuff unreleased? Like Jay Critch last year or 2 years ago. Jay Critch, I remember there was a whole playlist that said like 500 unreleased songs of his. That's why right now I feel like Jay Critch is like slowing down his release process. Right. You gotta go record new songs because all those leaks. Like, how did you get all those songs? But I feel like it'd be stuff in camps and stuff like that.
Right, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Damn. So how much unreleased songs do you have then?
I got like.
What'd you think?
I mean, I don't got no wild number. I don't got my own studio or nothing.
Okay.
I got like, I can say like 60, no, like 50, somewhere around there.
Okay. And then how many of those? Well, like right now, would you be like, okay, these are going to see the light of day? How many of those, like 50, 60?
Like 70% of them.
70%? Really? Wow, okay.
And I only say that because like I know I'm going to make more as I'm going. But then like at the same time too, like I'm big on like projects. Like I love projects. So it's like I want to do a lot of different projects, like different vibes, like things that I want to embody. You know what I mean? So it's like you're gonna hear a lot of these songs surface. Okay. But you know, of course, you're gonna hear like the best ones surface. At a good rate. You know what I mean? But it's a good amount of songs. Yeah.
So where do you want to take your music in the future here? Like, what is there other sounds you want to kind of dabble with, or what are you looking on doing?
I can't lie. I want to remember I was talking how my father does like house music and stuff like that. Like I do want to embody like other vibes like that, incorporate it better. Okay. Like on a full scale, I want to do more like pop driven songs. I want to do more like Cali driven songs. Like,
okay, cool.
I want to do different vibes. You know, also I feel like it comes from the beats that you're using and how the beats are set up. Yeah. So it's like, you know, we make what we make. I just started producing, so I make what I make, but I want to dabble into it. Right. Yeah. And meet other people. There's people that's doing it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Damn. All right, man. So let's talk about some other shit right here. You said you had I'm fresh out of the hospital. You said you had a hospital story here. Here's my proof. I'm fresh out of the hospital. I'm fresh out of Winthrop for my second visit there in 4 years. Okay. Yeah, man. You know, we're doing it. You
want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Fuck it, I'll go first. All right, yeah. So shout out. First of all, I want to shout out Francis. I want to shout out Prophecy, and I want to shout out. I don't know the other guy's name off the top of my head. I'm sorry, but he was getting into politics. That's really cool. Anyways, I'll get to these guys later. So I got into work yesterday. All right, I'm there. I work in the mall. So I get in there and I immediately start having a migraine. So my migraines are weird. So I have like my field of vision starts going out first. Yeah. So see my hand. Okay. So this is my field of vision. So wherever my hand is, that part's blurred out.
Yeah.
So like that part goes out, and I've grown to know. Usually it's after physical activity, but I didn't do any physical activity, so I didn't know what was up. So it went out, and I got a migraine. But in between there, I started having slurred speech. So I was saying goodbye to customers and shit coming out of the store, and I was talking like fucking Cookie Monster.
Like gibberish.
Dude, I was talking like gibberish. Like nothing made any sense that I was saying, and I in the mind I knew what I was going to say, but I couldn't say it. I couldn't say it. I literally couldn't say it. So then they're like, shit, like, we need to send this guy home. So I was originally going to leave at 7. I ended up, then they said, no, fuck it, you're leaving at 6. And then they said, no, fuck it, you're leaving at 5. So I left at 5, and then I had to go to City MD. By the way, I didn't know City MD was a New York only thing, but whatever. I didn't know that was a New York only. So I get there, and I get to see this doctor, who actually kind of looks like that Amit guy.
Oh,
I'm not kidding. He looked like exactly like him.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah,
oh my God.
He looked exactly like him in the face.
Yeah, doppelganger.
Yeah. So he goes in there and we're talking, and he's like, "Okay, you had slurred speech. You have to go to the hospital because we have to. Like, we cannot take any risks on that because it's a sign of a stroke. It's a stroke sign.
What?
Slurred speech and like numbness of the face. And I didn't have numbness of the face and weakening.
It was like you said your vision and then...
My vision, which is called migraine with aura. So now I know what that is, but I had to see a neurologist because of that. But migraine with aura, that's not what they were concerned about. What they were concerned about was the fact that, because that event went away. That aura thing only lasts like 30, 40 minutes. Then I get the migraine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So then I had this slurred speech. So I get there, the Winthrop. I drive myself there and everything. And I'm there in the waiting room. And I remember the last time I was there, like 3-4 years ago, I was sitting around, and I'm just like, okay, I'm sitting in the waiting room here with, like, people who have 1 foot in the grave. Yeah. I'm not kidding. Like, I bet you 3 years ago, those people that I was there with 3 years ago, some of them are dead. Definitely.
Wait,
like,
what?
They're dead. Like, they had to be. I was sitting there, and there was this guy next to me. He had a mask on, like the doctor's mask, and his face looked like the moon. Whereas it had craters, like there was skin coming off him, like he was weak, he was like really gasping for air. It was bad, man. I'm looking around. I'm 21 years old. Yeah.
What?
I'm 21 years old. I'm looking around, and I'm like, there was like this Indian family with another old man that was, just decapitated almost. Like he just looked so dead. And then there was this really obese guy. Like I'm talking he's probably pushing 500 pounds. And he was there. He couldn't walk. He couldn't walk. He was in a Ravens jersey. He couldn't walk.
All in this one night.
All in this one. This is like this yesterday in the waiting room. This is just the waiting room. So then I get admitted to the hospital, and they put me in this. I thought there was the last time I was there. I was on like a bed. I was dehydration was the last time, so I had to get IVs injected in me. So I was just sitting there on a bed.
Yeah.
But they put me in like this like little cubicle. It was like two chairs, and it was like a row of them, and that was it. Just like two regulars, like this. It was like pretty much they put me in here.
Yeah.
Right. Which is fine. I mean, but at this time I had a minor migraine. Like it was nothing. Like, so shout out to Francis, and I saw Francis just subscribed to my channel today, and thank you for that. So there were these guys from Hempstead, and they were just talking about anime. They were talking about because they're their guy, Prophecy was there because of his, he had to get IVs injected in them. So we had a good conversation, but they were there 6 hours. They were there 6 hours from 1 o'clock p.m. to, they got out at about 8, so 7 hours.
I can't be in the hospital.
No, man.
Can't.
Yeah. I was looking around, I'm just like, God, dude, they were making impromptu, like, stations. So they would take a hospital bed and they would just put it against the wall, and that would be your hospital station.
So it was that crazy?
It was crazy in there. People, like, the doctors were going back and forth, and, like, the police was there because I think someone got shot, and they were, like, getting operated on, like, just kind of over there. It was nuts.
The fuck? Yo,
it was crazy.
Might as well. I was at home just chilling.
Yeah. And I was just like, dude, we got people here that, some of them, there was this woman who was, like across from me, and she was facing, like, okay, you're me, I'm her. She was in a bed. She lifted her head up, and it was red on the pillow. So it was like blood on the pillow. And I'm there for a minor migraine, and because they're threatening to give me a CAT scan or whatever. And she had a black eye. I think she got domestically abused or some shit. She had to, or she had a bad fall maybe. It was bad, bro. And then over there, next to her, there was this crippled man. He was in his bed and he couldn't talk. Like he got to a point where he couldn't talk. Like he's definitely 6 months to death. He has to be. Like, I don't want to put it that way, but he is. Like, he couldn't even lift up his arm to, like, give, like, the blood pressure thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, yo, like...
It was crazy.
How did you even get into this tonight? Like, yo, what? It's just like from one thing to another, to another, to another.
Yeah, it's just, they kept admitting me to other things. Here's the worst part. I go, and I start talking to the doctor. So the worst part of all this thing is that I start talking to the doctor. And she tells me pretty much, like, okay, you can either pay $1,000 to do a CAT scan, or we can wait and we can do it later.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, we're waiting. So you're telling me I didn't even have to do this CAT scan? I was sitting here, and I'm going to get admitted out, and there was no issue at all?
Yeah.
That I'm just going to have to see a neurologist in, like, a month? Like, I'm in the ER for that? It was bullshit. It was crazy. That was it, and I walked out. And I walked out like the healthiest person they've ever seen. Like, I walked out like I am now. I walked in like I am now. I walked out like I am now. It was just ridiculous, the fact I was there. I had to get my blood sugar tested on, like everything. It was just crazy.
Yo, what the hell?
Yeah.
Nah, I can't lie. I mean, my story wasn't as crazy.
No.
It was calm. My story was calm, but it was just like, that was in there for no reason.
Yeah.
I literally, I mean, you ready for my
Yeah,
story?
I'm ready for you, man.
Nah, I was wrestling.
Okay.
In high school.
Right.
There was this big dude. He was his senior year.
Mm-hmm.
His name is, I'm gonna shout him out. He makes music. Dante Soki.
Dante Soki.
He sings, yeah.
Okay.
So this dude,
mm-hmm.
I'm over here sparring with him. Mind you,
mm-hmm.
like I said, I was like 5'9", 5'10", whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He's like 6'4".
Oh, God.
Dude is like, he's a big dude, you know what I mean? Sparring with him.
Uh-huh.
Why this homie, he tries to slam me, like lift me up, right?
Mm-hmm.
He slips and he falls directly on my foot.
Okay.
And, you know, wrestling shoes
right.
is not like, they're not thick like
no, they're not.
shoes.
No.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he falls right on my foot. I'm sitting here holding my foot in excruciating pain, like, yo, what the fuck just happened? Like, I'm like, nah, I'm messing my big toe, I can't walk.
Yeah.
So I'm over here limping around. My coach is like, yo, you're soft.
Yeah.
Da da da. So then I'm like, nah. First of all, one, I'm about to get off for practice. Yeah. I was like, I'm good because I don't have to run today. And then I was like, I'm going to go to the doctor, ER, or whatever. Yeah. Mom come gets me, and they're like, yo, it might be broken. So at this point, I'm like, a broken big toe. Oh. I was like, what? So I'm limping, looking crazy. So then we get there. Mm-hmm. They're running x-rays. They got me in there for like 2 hours. Mm-hmm. And they're like, yo, this is serious. Like, your thing looks crazy, da da da. And then like, I'm sitting there like, like they gotta hope they don't gotta do surgery or some type of shit. No, like, right. They over here like about to prep me, and then my mom is over here mad because she's with me. You know, she had to get off of work. Right. And then out of nowhere, the doctor comes in like, yo, you messed up on your X-rays. Yeah,
you messed up on an X-ray.
Yeah, I was like, what? So
is that your job?
He was like, it wasn't broken. It was sprained, I guess. Or whatever. Okay. I was like, wow, so you guys is gonna prep me to do like surgery or something. Yeah. And my shit wasn't even broken.
No,
I was like, okay, I'm out of here.
God.
I'm out of here. So I got a boot.
Okay.
A boot.
Yeah.
Wear boots. So I was wearing that medical boot or whatever.
How long were you in the boot for?
I think 2 days or 3 days.
Oh, that's nothing.
It was like
that's nothing.
Because the thing is, like, I think it was supposed to be a little bit longer, but I didn't want to walk around with it. Okay. I was like, nah, I'm good. So I just wore like some really comfortable shoes to school. I think I'm wearing Crocs.
Crocs, okay.
I'm wearing Crocs.
Gotcha.
So like, you know, I was just, I think it was like my 10th grade year it had to be. So yeah. Or 9th grade. No, it was 10th grade. I didn't wrestle on 9th. Yeah. It was 10th grade. That was my first year, and that's exactly why I didn't want to go to practice.
Again?
I was being
wow.
soft.
Yeah.
I was being soft. I was like, all right, I'm not going.
No.
But that was crazy.
Damn.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that's fucked.
It was like,
how the fuck did that happen? It's your job. You're you know how much doctors train for years and years of doing all this studying, and you fuck up an X-ray.
It's like one of the beginning.
That's like standard. You could look at an X-ray and be like, oh okay, this doesn't look too good. This does look good. Like this is okay.
How you gonna give me false information? You studied years for this.
All right, this song on the X-ray doctors.
Huh?
This song. We need a diss song now.
I got you.
Diss out on them.
I got you.
Just one bar. Dissing
Dissing the doctors?
Dissing the doctors, man.
I'm gonna make a song.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give you 1 bar. I'm gonna give you 2 bars.
2 bars.
Whole song just dissing the doctors.
There we go. I like it, man. I've been in injuries before. I've had 4 broken arms. I've had 2 C surgeries.
4?
4. Yep.
Same, like,
Okay, yeah. So between the ages of 2 and 5, I broke
5?
2 and 5. I broke my arm 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah. So I broke this
on the right.
Right. I broke this at. So my mom went to this place called Ladies Total Fitness. Remember, I'm from some suburban town back in Maryland. Okay. So this is Ladies Total Fitness because they would get intimidated because of big dudes. You know, you could probably bench a shit. You went into wrestling, so you're probably lifting a shit. They don't want people like you and me there.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's people like you who can lift a lot of weights. Okay, you can lift you can bench a shit ton. They don't want people like that around them. They just want women who just do the elliptical.
Do like the light shit.
Do this light shit, light weights. So they put me in the playroom. I was in the playroom as a little kid, and they had these little Tikes playgrounds, and I fell off them twice. So that was the first one, and that was the second one. And I had them at the same time, actually, at one point. I had 2 casts. Yes. So the second time, it was more of a severe break. So those were just hairline breaks. So those are like,
okay.
They're not too bad.
Yeah.
The next one, I think I broke it in several places. So I was playing badminton in like a cookout in my neighborhood, and I went up on the deck, and I fell down the stairs, and I had a badminton racket, went right through right here. It broke my arms. Like my arm started dangling.
What?
Yeah, my arm started dangling. Yep.
And it was that bad?
It was that bad. So they took me in. It was a bad break, but they're like, you know what, we're going to let it heal. It's expensive to get surgery, this and that. So this was like in the summertime. This was like when my sister was like a newborn. So then I go back for kindergarten. Yo, shout out. Fuck this guy named Colton, I think his name was? Yeah, Colton. He was the tallest kid in the class, so we were reading in front of the class, so we had, like, the spots. Did you have the spots in kindergarten? Like, these, like, colors you would sit on?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
You had, like, something you would sit on? Yeah, so mine was, like, over here, and I had to go all the way around to the front to read in front of the class, read some fire truck book. So I read, and then I came back. Big-ass, fat-ass kid Colton, okay? I fall, he falls on me, and an easel falls down, and that breaks my arm. It re-breaks that exact same break I had before, which that took me out, and I had to get 2 surgeries on it because I had to get a pin in there.
Yeah.
I had to get 2 surgeries, and I had to get like some like really painful cleaning procedure. Yeah, not fun. Not fun. But I don't know if it was worse though than the teeth surgeries. Have you had your wisdom teeth taken out?
Oh, I had one. Nah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm never doing that again.
No.
Unless they put me to sleep.
No.
They have to put me to sleep. I was up through two. My bad.
Yeah.
I was up through two removals.
Yeah, same.
That shit is crazy.
It's so bad.
Especially with a molar. I had a molar removed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That shit was crazy.
Oh
Never
my
again.
God.
So I'm just gonna make sure I have money to go to sleep.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like,
so bad.
Being up for that. I don't know.
I have a kind of a weak stomach in a way, so
me too. Yeah. I can't do that.
So like knowing subconsciously, like I know you're like a little bit fucked and you're off the drugs or whatever, but you're like, oh my God, they're cutting into my gums. They're taking shit out. Oh my God, it just makes me cringe right now, dude. Holy shit.
I'm not gonna lie to you. They pulled my molar over the was it over the summer? I think it was over the summer. But no, yeah, it was over the summer. But when they was doing it,
yeah,
I was first of all the dental assistant.
Yeah,
was gorgeous.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm over here like,
who she look like? It's like who she look like?
Dang. I don't know if I could compare.
Really?
Yeah. But she was gorgeous. She was Spanish. She was an older Spanish woman.
Okay.
So she's like going. Well, pause. She's in my mouth or whatever. Fucking out my teeth. And I was just sitting here like about to gag. I'm like,
right.
But I was trying to keep it cool. You know,
yeah.
I'm like, all right, whatever.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just trying to keep it cool. But I'm over here about to gag. I'm like, can you please get out of here? Like, can you please just stop? But like I just can't do nothing like bad. I can't do with bad smells. I can't do none of that.
No, man. Nah, we're clean guys. I mean, what can I say? We're clean dudes, man.
Weak stomach stuff is crazy.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah, no. Like horror movies, I can't do those either.
I can do horror movies.
You like them?
I can do it. Like, my stomach's not weak towards like actually like seeing like blood and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just bad smells.
Yeah.
Like, nasty looking things.
Mm-hmm.
And like people like going near my mouth and stuff like that. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just.
So in summary, Alex, he couldn't work with us at Chucky Cheese Hempstead back in the day. He couldn't work with us at Chucky Cheese Hempstead.
What you mean?
Yeah, with the weak stomach, he couldn't do it.
Why?
Yeah, no, you couldn't.
Yeah, no, because bro, like you said, like nasty smells, like nasty food, like you just seen moldy shit. Yeah, you would see that in there. It's Chucky Cheese in Hempstead, bro. Like, dude, it was fun, son.
Nah,
fun.
He said Hempstead.
It was Chucky Cheese. It was already nasty.
On the Hempstead.
But in Hempstead, it's like you take one of the worst franchises, Chucky Cheese, okay? The most disgusting places you could go to. And you put it in the stead.
Yeah.
In not only the stead, the center capital of the stead, the parking lot with Old Navy and Home Depot, like that's like the capital.
Yeah, that's when it's too, you know what I mean? It's too many randoms over there. It's like, it's just too crazy over there.
Yeah.
That's why I gotta be laughing. I was like, I went in there only once in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Only once. Yeah, only once. And I was just like, why the hell am I in here with that creepy ass rat?
Yeah, exactly.
That creepy ass rat.
Yeah.
Like, why am I in here?
The creepy parts is who's usually under it. That's who's creepier, because we've had actual pedophiles under there. Like we worked with a pedophile, and he was in there. 2 of them actually, and they were in there. Yes, it was really bad. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because they would try to pick up. So now they weren't trying to pick up like 4-year-old girls. This is still not excusable, but they were trying to pick up 14, 15-year-old coworkers of ours, 15, 16-year-old coworkers of ours. One of them was in his 40s. The other one was 24.
Wait, they were known pedophiles? Or
pretty much.
They
one was, I'd say Michael was pretty well known as a pedophile. Like I think
he was hired.
Yeah, because he was on like government disability, so they would work him 3 hours 1 day a week. On Fridays, he would clean when like nobody was in the store, but it would still have him going to Chucky 2 times a week. 2 times in that shift, he'd be in there, and he would come in during the weekends when it was like packed. We had a lot of coworkers, and we could have like 20 people working there at a time, like. And there'd be a lot of these girls. We had like a break room, and he would go in there, and he'd be like, "Yeah, can I take some photos with you? You know, can I take some photos of you?" And yeah, he would try to take photos of them and with them.
Did he get arrested? Did either one of these guys get arrested?
No, and he goes up to random people on the street, like random kids, and like tries to take pictures of them. And apparently, he's got like some shit in his room with all of them there, like all the pictures of them. Yeah, it's like a disposable camera, probably, right? Yeah. Oh, it's so bad.
Yo,
he has a whole squad of it. He actually has a record company. You know what? Believe it or not, he actually has a record company too. He's so delusional. So you can have whole gang, whole squad versus, you know that show, is it Dance Battle or Rap Battle? I don't know. Like it's like a battle. We'll do like a rap battle, like a concert battle. You have them do a set for 30 minutes and you guys do a set and see how it goes.
Yo, I'm gonna lie to you.
No, you that shit.
Nah, you just told me some shit. Dude. What?
Yeah, no, it's fucked. Like, it is fucked, dude.
Wait, were both of the dudes like black? Or like Spanish? Or white?
What do you mean?
Like the ethnicity?
Of the
guys that were bugging, like, in the Chucky Cheese suits.
Those guys, so the guys that were in the Chucky Cheese suits, those 2 were black, but, of the store, I was one of 2 white guys that were working there. Yeah. One was a game technician, so he didn't really count. He was like some, you know.
Yeah,
he was like tech, yeah. So he was there. There was this other white guy named Tim, but Tim was a fucking retard, man. He was terrible. He was 26 and had a massive bald spot. He was literally the creepiest looking guy you could ever think of.
26 with a baldy is crazy.
Dude, he was bad. But like long hair though. He had long hair with the big bald spots. He was greasy and just a slob, complete slob, lazy, really bad. In terms of like the majority of people, I'd say, would you think there's more Hispanic people working there or more? It was like even, yeah. So I would say it was probably like, what's half of 95? That'd be like 47.5. Yeah. 47.5% black, 47.5% Hispanic, and then 5% of, I guess we could say other. Me, Hazanin, he was Indian, so he was there. Was there anybody else? Was that? I mean, the game technician.
But what about the dudes that was
in Chucky?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were like, everybody had to be in it.
Everybody had.
Yeah, everybody had to be in it. Yeah.
So the 2 guys that were doing pedophilia.
Yes. Yeah, so with Chucky, the way it works is like you have your original position, but every hour they pick one person that works in the store to be in it.
First of all, do they clean the suit?
What? Not often. They do, but like it's like no, he knows. It's like obnoxiously not enough. Like, not even close to enough. They dry clean it. I think it's like a dry cleaning process they send it in for. Because they have 2 suits. They have 2 of them. And it takes forever to clean them. And they get them back. They do maybe like every 2-3 months.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous because how many you get in there, it smells like fucking foot. Like the mask smells like foot.
The collar and shit.
The collar
covered in like dirt and sweat. It turned brown sometimes. Like it was one time where it turned like near black type.
Yeah,
shit.
near black. Yeah.
So sweaty and dirty.
Yeah, it's really dirty, sweaty. Yeah, and remember, this is an institution that's open 7 days a week. This is an institution.
Kids are in there.
Yep, and you got people in there from we open up at 10 or 11. 10, right? Yeah, so 10 o'clock. Until 9 o'clock. Somebody every hour is in there. And we have people there that are sweating in that suit. You know, we have people in there that the dance.
Grotesque. I know you got some grotesque people.
Dude, there are.
Shit like that. You feel me?
There were some absolutely disgusting people we worked with. Like, really did not know how to take care of themselves. Like, a shower was, like, kind of forbidden for some of these people that worked there.
See, I can't lie.
Yeah.
That kind of job right there,
I
would have literally found a loophole around not wearing that suit. I would not have been in there.
Exactly.
Like you just said, it's a person every hour. Every day out the week.
Yes.
That's wacky.
Correct.
That's pure wacky.
Yep. You know, shout out my guy Jay Quan though. Jay Quan, Jay Bunny. Jay Bunny was a assistant manager. That's how we know him. Nusachi worked there with us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chow Lee was there, but he wasn't there when I was there. He was there when he was there.
We had the guys working there. Okay.
Yeah, we had. Yeah, that's how I met one of them guys through there. So it was like the job sucked, but like what I got out of it afterwards was worth it.
Yeah,
it was like, but I don't know. Yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it.
Make connections.
Exactly.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah. Have you had any shitty jobs?
Yo, the most shittiest, honestly, probably. I mean, like, yeah, I was working at Jones Beach.
Jones Beach.
Yeah.
Okay, what were you doing at Jones Beach?
I was working at J&B. J&B is the people who sell the food at the, you know, like each what is it? Like each beach is like I forgot what they call it.
Concession stand, is it?
It's a concession stand, but it's like it's like I want to say terminal for some reason, but it's like it's different parts of Jones Beach that you can stop at.
Okay.
You can go and it's different parts of the boardwalk, I should say.
Okay, cool.
So I was selling food or whatever, and it was just like, you know, as with most food places, you just see what is in the freezer and in the fridge and shit like that. So it was just like, man, I'm like, yeah. And then this is at the beach, so I'm just like, you know, nobody's tending to this at night.
Yeah.
So, but like, I'm looking at some of the foods there. I'm like, damn, this is no bueno.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
So like, people are ordering shit, and me, I'm too conscious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just be thinking about stuff. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make sure I get them the best piece of chicken I see.
Yeah.
Get them the best piece of cheese, the best pieces of lettuce if there is good lettuce.
Okay.
Like, I'm like, how do you guys store stuff like this and it's going bad?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, the cheese itself. Yeah. Like, the main that wasn't going bad was, like, the Tyson chicken. Jones Beach had, like, real Tyson chicken.
Okay, they did?
It was in the freezer. That was the, you know, frozen goods and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, okay, they got real Tyson chicken and shit like that. But veggies, all that shit was disgusting. Like, what the fuck? And, like, bread, moldy bread. I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, damn.
So, like, I would be the guy to, like, suggest, like, just get some chicken tenders.
Yeah.
Like, some chicken tenders and some fries. You can't go wrong with it.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm just sitting here like, yo, what the hell am I selling people?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, this is disgusting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, yeah, because if you're looking, you see these customers, they come up to the window or whatever you were at, and you see these are innocent people, and you might be giving them fucking food poisoning because of these shit.
Poison and sending them home.
Yep.
Yo, have a good day. Like, I'm not doing that. I can't do that.
No,
like,
man.
That's why I honestly cannot work with food.
No.
Because, like, I'm too conscious of that.
Yeah.
And when I eat my own food,
like,
I can't have a bruised apple. I'm that picky.
Hell no, me either.
Like, I can't have, like, you know when you eat a lettuce and you see, like, a dark spot on the lettuce, like, on the iceberg? Yeah, I got to rip that dark piece off. Yeah. No, I can't do that. Or,
damn.
Like, a green chip. You ever get chips? You see, like, a green and black chip or some shit like that? Like, because, like, sometimes on the spuds, you know, there's, like, little, like, spots and shit.
Okay.
I be looking at my bag of chips, like, I'm weird. Like, I'm like, nah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It'll look green. It should look green, or I have, like, a black speck on it. Like, I'm like, ew. Like,
give that to the birds.
Yeah, give it to the birds.
Give it to the birds, bro.
I dad will do that. I'm walking in the city or something. I'm just like, okay, give it to a bird.
Dude, birds are nasty as fuck.
Yeah.
They're the nastiest fucking animals I've seen, dude.
Birds, freaking
ducks
rats,
too. Yeah,
mice, all of that shit. I just be hearing stories like I'm big on going on YouTube at night and just
same.
looking up random shit. Like I used to go to Dogs 101. And I'm just like, yo, like there's so many different dogs, lifespans, and all that. Like, I remember I was looking at I didn't know ferrets could hunt mice and rats.
They do?
Yeah.
So they pretty much are killing their own kind almost in a way. Like I know they're
yeah, because they are part of.
They're part of like the rodents, I think.
Nah, actually, no, I was about to say they are, but I think they're more towards cats for some reason.
Oh, okay, okay, interesting.
I don't know. I gotta look that up.
Yeah.
But they hunt mice and rats. So like, there was a video. It just came up on my recommended shit. There was like, if you get a ferret or a mink, like that's the other name for it. I didn't know that was the other name. It's a mink or a ferret. Okay. Send that shit after mice. It's just gonna come back with mice in his mouth. Like,
oh my lord, bro!
Like that long, you know, they're mad skinny.
Yeah.
Send them just into any hole, anywhere. So that's a key to you people with mice in your house.
Yeah, no.
Go get a mink or a ferret.
I don't know, man. Hey, man, I don't know about the zoo, man. The zoo. I was there the last time. I saw some naked mole rats. And you seen those shits?
I've never seen a nigga.
Bro, but
I never looked up an actual picture of it.
Bro, no. Dude, they are literally, they got no fur. Their face is fucked, dude. They're fucked. Imagine a naked mole rat's face on a fucking human. That guy's never getting laid. That guy, dude.
Oh, it's like that.
It's, dude, never.
Yo.
Never.
Nah, I can't lie. Kim Possible, so Kim Possible did naked mole rat, Justice.
I know what you mean.
So it didn't look like how it did in the show.
No, man, no. No, they have like hairs, but the hairs are like uneven, and they're dude, they literally look like foreskin. I'm not kidding. Like they literally look like foreskin.
Yo,
they're disgusting.
So that's like a Siamese cat, like it's like that. Would you get a Siamese cat? Nah,
no,
for the same reason, right?
Because I'm allergic to cats.
Oh, you're allergic.
I'm allergic to cats. Yeah,
but actually, are people still allergic to Siamese?
I don't know.
Cause like, I have a Yorkie, and I was told people who are allergic to dogs could be around Yorkies because hyperallergenic, whatever, hypoallergenic.
Right. Okay, yeah.
So like, now you got me thinking, Siamese cats don't have hair.
Oh,
so
okay.
Could you be allergic to that?
Yeah, but you were like, I feel bad for these animals because like since they look ugly, like it's the same thing as humans, dude.
Yeah, it's the same thing as like it's all different
like,
races.
They're not getting the same love because they're ugly as fuck. Yeah. Like, you know, it's the same thing with you see these guys. And they're like sub 4s, man, sub 3s, and they're just ugly as fuck, and they're just not getting nothing. And then you see why they get upset, you know.
Sub 3s and sub 4s.
Sub 3s, man. Yeah, no. And you can see, like, look, you don't even have to be. At this point, I can pretty much like pick out like someone who's like a sub 2, sub 3, and I'm just like, oh, man, like you know, yeah,
it's gonna be rough for you.
It's bad, man.
God, that's funny as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you though.
Yeah.
I feel like us lower rating people are winning right now.
The lower rated people are winning?
I feel like we're winning right now.
Okay.
Because you know what it is?
What do you say?
I be seeing some ugly dudes with some bad shorties.
Okay. Why do you think that is?
I feel like it's just personality.
Personality? Okay.
Yo, that's like a good topic though. Like I can't lie.
Yo, let's talk about it. No, because this is very relevant. Because this is what I've been watching on YouTube like the past like couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Been watching about all kinds of about all types of shit. Incels, fucking, about people ratings, like all that shit. Yeah. You know, shout out to Coach Black. Incels involuntary celibacy. Do you remember Elliot Rodger?
Wait, no.
So he was that guy who was like on YouTube bitching and moaning that he couldn't get any women or whatever, and then he ended up like killing like 6 people because of it.
What?
Yeah. Right. So yeah. So what do you think is the most important thing? You got looks, personality, or let's say status.
Like, what's the better?
Status. Like, if you could pick one, what do you think is the most important thing for you? If you're trying to hook up with a girl, let's say.
Oh, so if I wanted to get a girl, what's the best thing for me to use?
Yeah, would it be like if you could if I could give you 10 out of 10 looks, if I could give you I could give you being a millionaire, or I could give you having like just the best like talk show host like level personality, like
I could talk to anybody.
Somebody like even better than Eddie P's personality. Like I'll give you like a personality better than that. What are you taking?
Personality.
Personality. So you're gonna take personality / game.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you? Why is that?
Because I feel like people be going by looks, and a lot of times, like most guys do that because we're using the eyes first. You know what I mean? So like you go by looks, and even though the looks is there, it's like what's inside. So it's like you kind of could get somebody that looks good, but they ain't really a fucked up ass person. Okay. So it's like that right there could deter you away. You know what I mean? Okay. See. So it's like I'd rather have the personality, and plus personality could get you better connections in life. You see what I mean? Yeah. So it's like.
What about for like a one nighter?
For a one nighter?
One night hit. what would I want? What do you want to be blessed with?
For a one night hit.
Yeah, one night hit.
Might have to be status.
Status? Yeah, okay. Status. Interesting. Okay.
Because at the same time with status, you could just be a lit person with status. You have a good personality with status. Right. You know what I mean? Like, but I definitely feel like it could be status. Status, Yeah. Because if it's one and done, I don't gotta cut back to that. No. That mood again. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
Yeah. Status is look, man. I want to talk about all these rappers here going out buying big ass gold chains and shit. You know what upsets me? It's like I saw this thing on Lil Yachty. Yeah. Lil Yachty's made a lot of money on the last like 3-4 years. Okay, but apparently he can't pay back his jewelers. I saw that, and I'm like, people who put all their money into jewelry, especially these one of a kind pieces that don't have any resale value. If you buy like a Cuban. Yeah. Like an iced out Cuban, that you can resell for because that's something like someone's gonna want that. Yeah. But no one's gonna want a damn chain with Lil Yachty's face on it unless they snatched it. Yeah. They're trying to it'd be like, do some stupid gang shit or whatever. But there's no one that wants to do that.
Nah, I don't like. I feel like when I said it in my song. I said I don't need no chain. I just need my name.
Right. Okay. Cool.
So like I feel like. I am gonna get like a crazy piece, but maybe like 1 or 2, right? And who says I'm gonna wear it on? So like I have a chain, okay, you know what I mean? Cool. I wear a jade Buddha, whatever, gold chain. I'm not wearing it right now. No, I'm chilling. Yeah, because like I feel like it's unnecessary at times. You feel me? So but you're saying like, yo, I don't even understand why you even buying these big ass chains with unnecessary faces and shit on it. No, exactly. Like, you got 1 or 2 that speaks your truth or whatever, your soul, whatever. But for you to have like 1 million of them, and especially on at the same time,
I know it's so bad.
I understand if they're all gifted. Like Uzi be wearing EXO chains. He be wearing there was some other chains, but like Uzi has all these different like chains from different camps. Yeah, I forgot whose chains he was wearing. Yeah. But moral of the story, like, Uzi could come out the house and have all these... Oh, he had Thuggers shit on. He had a whole bunch of different chains on. He had Dream Chasers on one time. Like, he had all those chains on. Yeah. That makes sense. Uh-huh. I'm not spending all my money on chains. I'm buying land, buy my family land. Okay. Cars.
Smart.
All that shit.
Smart, yeah. Stuff that has... Because here's the thing with jewelry. Once you put that shit on, it decreases in value. Yeah. Right away. Yeah. But with you're right, with land, that shit can increase, decrease. It depends on the... Literally. All right, dude, I can't get into some Forex shit right here. Yeah. Yo, I've had mad people hitting me about Forex. I'm just like, oh, God. Yo. It's OD in a bad way, man. I'm not a fan.
Not a fan of it?
There's a culture around it so bad.
I can't lie, my bros...
They're in it.
Yeah, there's a couple gritty gang dudes that be with Tef. Like, they're like honestly the biggest influencers. Yeah, that's doing Forex. Like, okay, I'm gonna shout out my guy Nate from LI. Okay, he's over here making buku money. You know what I mean? And he's like the biggest influence in it. So like when I be seeing Forex, I'm like, all right, I understand it. You know what I mean? It's not personally me. You know what I mean? But I understand it. I'm just like, okay. Yeah. But I just took a step back from it. I'm like, all right. Yeah. I like shit like this. You feel me?
Right, for sure. Town, you feel me? Right. Definitely. It is different. Because everyone's got to be in a different thing. No, not everyone can be in one lane. I understand that. Yeah. You feel me? All right. And one more thing before we got to wrap it up. All right. So back to the looks part. Okay. So I was watching this other video, and there was this guy. Okay. So there was this guy who I think is completely delusional. He said that, okay, these people all, by the way, they're trying to get younger women, like 19 to like 30, let's say. Okay, the women in that range. He was trying to argue that the man's prime is between the ages of, what do you think a man's prime is? Like off the top of your head, like in terms of like getting laid and shit.
Like looks and everything.
Looks, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't even know a good number on it. If I could guess off top, it could be from like no, like 26, no, like 27, somewhere around there, and then to like, probably to like 35 or some shit like that.
Okay, so okay, that's actually, I would say it's earlier than that, but okay, it's still
earlier?
35. I would say personally, I would go 19 to maybe 23 is like your prime, but that prime extends out to maybe till you're like, let's say 35. Like you could be, it depends on people's age, you know? Yeah. Like Ronaldo at 35 is fucking probably, actually he's probably better looking than he was at like, let's see, 22. Yeah. But you got this guy trying to make the argument that the man's prime is between the ages of 44 and 51.
He said a guy's prime is those years?
So, okay. So he's trying to say, okay, let's go into a bar, or I'm going to go into a club, and at 44 to 51 years old, I'm going to have a better chance to get with a 8, 9, 10 out of 10, 22-year-old girl at 44 to 51.
All right, boom. Boom. I was just looking at something the other day, and it did say something about how older guys are like the best times of their life or some shit like that. Like, some shit like that. Yeah. I've been seeing this recently, and I feel like some older dudes do have it better, like when they get to that age, because like that's when you kind of grow into all your looks. Yeah. And then a lot of women do like when guys are graying, shit like that, and you have like you could get a full beard. Okay. You're probably financially stable if you do everything right. Okay. You know what I mean? You probably been this shit, but a lot of guys have pure families and shit like that. By that time, so it's like, are they really going to be out picking up women?
And I don't think you're good. I don't think you're in the best shape of your life at that point. I think you're kind of bottomed out a little bit.
You got like 10 more years until it's like,
it's done.
5 years, 10 years till you slow down. Like, chill out.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm saying this, I'm like, okay, are you seriously trying to make the argument that if there was a 22, 23-year-old girl, that my dad would have a better chance than me? Are you fucking serious? Like that? There's no way. Okay, because here's the argument that I make. If you, at 23 years old, you get with somebody who's 23 years old, you're not doing well for your age. You're just with somebody who's your age. Like, you know? If a guy who's 47 is with somebody who's 23, they'll be like, oh, you're doing really good for your age. And I bet you they'll agree. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing great for my age. Why do they say you're doing great for your age? Because you're 47, your looks are decreasing, you've hit the wall, and you're going down like you're doing good for your age.
Okay, nah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean. I totally see what you mean. Yeah. Nah, I can't lie. That's a crazy ass point because, like, look at your father. Your father is probably around that age.
Yeah,
so
at this point,
Like, could he go to the bar and really pull something? You know what I mean?
No.
And I'm just like, no. But I will say, shout out to my
right.
Then at the same time, it's like, if you over here messing with older dudes, shorty, you bugging.
So you're not a fan of older women. That's not your thing.
Yo,
me either.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a certain number that I would stop. It's like a cutoff point. Okay. You know what I mean? But I would mess with an older woman.
Really?
You feel me? Like, it seems dope. You feel me? And like, I feel like they'll put you on the shit that you would have never, knew before. Yeah. And older women are more compassionate. No, they're compassionate too, but their sex drive is higher.
You think the drive is higher?
Yeah, it is.
Really?
Definitely. And women's sex drive is higher than men's anyway, too.
You think it's high? A woman's sex drive is higher than a men's sex drive?
Yeah.
Really?
On the low, but like girls is just they're weird. Yo,
really?
I'm gonna say that on the podcast.
Wow.
Girls are weird.
Okay. Now that's a big point. Wow. Okay.
That's facts.
That's what you. Okay. Holy shit.
That's facts.
Wow. Okay, I would have to think about that a bit because I've always been in the camp that I think men are just fucking. They're just way more. They could bang every day. I don't think women.
Nah, that's the thing. Like.
I don't think women can do that. I think they're like not as into it.
You think they're not as into it? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was told most women that ass be horny.
I mean, I bet you.
But they just, for one, they want guys to initiate every process.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Okay.
And then two, it's like I feel like with women they can get it more easier.
For sure.
Like
yeah.
So it's just like I'll get it when I can. You feel me?
Right.
But
guys,
guys,
I see what you mean.
You dead ass have to freaking become like some guys be trying to act like they're a whole nother person to get some. You know what
I mean?
Right,
for sure, so literally.
Like, you know what I mean? You gotta really go through a whole process to get some coons.
Right.
So it's like girls just walk up to a guy like, hey, you wanna pull up?
Really? Boom, that's serious. No, that's an actual thing.
You feel me?
Yeah, I feel that. All right, we're probably gonna have to wrap this shit up right now, but what do you want to shout out, man? Shout out whatever you need to do. Like, do your thing, man. This is your open mic.
First of all, shout out to Benny for bringing me here. You feel me? Dope ass podcast. Shout out to the cameraman. You feel me? And shout out to the Loyals and whole gang, whole squad. It's just the Loyal. We out this bitch.
There we go. Where can they find you?
Everything. JussTheLoyal. JussTheLoyal.
Yep.
WGWS for whole gang, whole squad.
Yep.
Find me everywhere.
Yeah, I'll have all Instagram links down below. I'll have the SoundCloud link down below. Any other links you want me to send me, just send them over. I'll put them all down below. That's where you can find JussTheLoyal. Yo, guys, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. I'm so glad to be doing podcasts again. Fuck that last week in school. That paper kicked the shit out of me. And fuck the fucking ER. The ER sucked ass too. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to Spinner Media. And bye-bye, guys. See ya.
Look, I'ma put my mans off the block, cause he was going through a lot. I might put a lamb off the lot. I might drop 5 bands on a watch. Why you niggas sit and watch? I remember I was sitting plot. I was always focused on the guap. Now I'm out here running to the top.